Hello students, so in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the 4th week of the September month. The session will be quite interesting and important, and in this video a total of 60 important MCQs will be discussed. So stay tuned with us till the end. Also students, if you are new to our channel, do subscribe to us. We are one-stop solution for current affairs that will be very beneficial in your competitive exams. Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find our Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will be getting daily, weekly and monthly current affairs on regular basis. You can use code VIKAS10 to get additional 10% discount while purchasing the course. This video is available both in English and Hindi. The timestamp for both English and Hindi are mentioned in the description of each video. You can contact us on the number provided or mail provided. Also follow us on Telegram and Instagram, and the link for the same is provided in the description of each video. Also students, we have started a new initiative that is of handwritten notes. It is helpful to understand the news daily, time saving and very useful for your revision. We aims to cover 15 questions via handwritten notes in upcoming bank exams. These handwritten notes are available on daily current affairs content PDF at our mobile application and website CHSL.in. Only our Crack Current Affairs subscribers will be able to access these handwritten notes. A sample PDF of the handwritten notes will be available in the description. So let's start. The first question is, which of the following points are correct with respect to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Maharashtra on 20th of September? If we look at the options, option A and option C is right, B is wrong. B is saying that he laid the foundation stone of PM Mega Integrated Technology Research and Apparel, that is PM Mitra Park in Maharashtra. The government of India has approved setting up of 6 PM Mitra Parks for textile industry. Is it correct? Everything is right here? No. Remember, not 6 but 7 PM Mitra Parks will be established for textile industry. Now all the options are rightly here. Next, which ministry has recently launched the standard operating procedures on White Revolution 2.0 in New Delhi to boost the India's dairy sector? So it is which ministry? It is Ministry of Corporation, right? On 19th of September, Amit Shah, who is our Union Home Minister, he has recently, and he is a Union Minister of Corporation also, he has launched standard operating procedures on White Revolution. White Revolution. This is 2.0 and this is White Revolution is for milk or dairy products. And if you remember, who is known as the father of White Revolution? Verghese Kurien. Correct. This will be a 100 days long initiative that will help us to boost the dairy sector of our India. And the target here is to generate more than 1000 lakh liters of milk over the next 5 years. Next is, which scheme has recently completed 6 years of successful implementation, emerged from the National Health Policy 2017? It is Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. Right, it is one of the key components of Ayushman Bharat, that is a flagship scheme of the government of India, which emerged from the National Health Policy of 2017, and it has recently completed 6 years of successful implementation. So we can say this National Health Policy, it was also this Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana was launched when? It was launched on 23rd of September in 2018 by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Ranchi, Jharkhand. And this scheme is being implemented by National Health Authority that comes under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. This Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana is the largest health assurance scheme in the world. Under this scheme, a health insurance of 5 lakh rupees per family is provided. Next, as per the third advance estimate of the area and production of various horticulture crops for financial year 24, the total horticulture production in India for FY24 is projected to be around how much? It is projected to be around 353.19 million tons. And this is as per the third edition of the advance estimates for FY24. This is the total horticulture production that is expected. And we are seeing a decrease of 0.6% as compared to the last year, that is FY23. Also, the total area under horticulture crop has expanded to 28.98 million hectares of area. Next, Which organization has recently collaborated with Indian Army and hosted two major events? These are the important events and I want all the students watching this video to take a note of this. Him Drone-a-thon and Himtech 2024. Where they were hosted? They were hosted in the states of Ladakh. This is also important. Now let's move to this Him Drone-a-thon. As we know that hackathon is there, right? What is a hackathon? A problem statement is given and on the basis of that problem statement, various solutions is provided. Correct. So similarly, this Him Drone-a-thon, this is a type of a hackathon only that is based on drones, and here various problem statements related to the drones will be provided and solutions for that will be provided by various organizations, right? This was held from 17th to 18th of September in 2024. It was held at Vari La, that is in Leh. Then if we talk about this Himtech, remember this Himtech basically it is focusing on cutting edge technologies, various products, various solutions for our high altitude areas. Correct. So technologies related to high altitude areas were discussed under this event Himtech, and Him Drone-a-thon where drones related problem statements was provided. So which organization has collaborated with the Indian Army for this? It is FICCI, that is Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Next is name the country that has recently become the first country in the world to receive the WHO verification for eliminating leprosy. Right? So it is Jordan. Correct. WHO, they officially verified Jordan as the first country in the world to have eliminated leprosy disease. This leprosy disease is also known by the name Hansen's disease. Right, this is a chronic infectious disease that is caused by bacteria by the name Mycobacterium leprae. This is the name of the bacteria with which this leprosy is caused. Next, in September, Indian delegation led by Arunish Chawla, the Secretary of the Ministry of Culture, participated in the special session of G7 Ministers meeting on culture that was held where? It was held in Naples, Italy. Right, and here during this session the Naples statement was signed on the culture for sustainable development of Africa and the world. This is basically to promote the culture as a driver of sustainable development in the Africa continent. Right, here sustainable development goals will be followed and it is the agenda of 2030 of United Nations that will be majorly focused upon. Next is which company has recently collaborated with Tata Electronics Private Limited to launch India's first domestically produced semiconductor chips by 2026. So which is that company that has collaborated with Tata Electronics Private Limited? It is TCS, that is Tata Consultancy Services. Right, this aligns with India's Indian semiconductor mission. Apart from this, remember Maharashtra is the state where the manufacturing of semiconductor chips has started. This is the first state. Apart from this, it is Assam and Gujarat. These are the two states where Tata is focusing on developing the semiconductor production, and we will be seeing that by the early of 2026 or by the end of 2025 the manufacturing of the semiconductor chips will also begin. Also remember Gujarat is known as the semiconductor hub of India. Next, who was sworn in as the 8th Chief Minister of Delhi in September 2024? So recently Atishi has been sworn in as the 8th Chief Minister of Delhi after Arvind Kejriwal, he resigned. Arvind Kejriwal was the 7th Chief Minister of Delhi. He resigned the position from the Chief Minister, right? And now Atishi, she became the 3rd women Chief Minister of Delhi. Mark this also. Next, who has been recently elected as the President of Sri Lanka? So, Anura Kumara Disanke has been elected as the President of Sri Lanka now and is the 9th President of Sri Lanka. He will succeed Jayant Jayasuriya as the Presidential Secretariat in Colombo, Sri Lanka, right? Correct. Jayant Jayasuriya, remember, he is the Chief Justice, correct? And he was sworn in by the Chief Justice of Sri Lanka, Jayant Jayasuriya. Moving on, who was appointed as the next Chief of Air Staff in the Indian Air Force with effect from 30th of September 2024. So, who was appointed as the next Chief of Air Staff in the Indian Air Force? Amarpreet Singh. Take a note of this important question, students. Amarpreet Singh was appointed as the next Chief of Air Staff in the Indian Air Force with effect from 30th of September 2024. He will be succeeding Air Chief Marshal Vivek Ram Chaudhary. And remember, if we talk about Amarpreet Singh, he is a recipient of Param Vashisht Seva Medal, also Ati Vashisht Seva Medal. Next, which company has recently received the approval from the Reserve Bank of India for the amalgamation of Aditya Birla Finance Limited with itself to create large unified NBFC? So which is that company? It is Aditya Birla Capital Limited. So Aditya Birla Capital Limited, this company has received the approval from RBI for the amalgamation with Aditya Birla Finance Limited. Next, who has recently won the F1 Singapore Airlines, that is your Singapore Grand Prix 2024 title held at Marina Bay Street Circuit in Singapore? So it is Lando Norris, right? He is a driver for McLaren. He is a British racing driver and he has won the F1 Singaporean Grand Prix. Where was this held? That was held at the Marina Bay Street Circuit, that is in Singapore. On second position was Max Verstappen, who drives for Red Bull, and on third position was Oscar Piastri, who drives for McLaren. Next, when was World Reverse Day observed across the globe? So on 22nd of September, we observe World Reverse Day. Generally, this day is observed on the 4th Sunday of September month. And it is basically to raise awareness about the importance of river. And this year, it was on 22nd of September, we observed it. For the first time, this day was observed in 2005. Next, when was World Rhino Day observed across the globe? So World Rhino Day observed on, again, 22nd of September, and it is to basically raise awareness about the rhinoceros. Also remember, this is to create awareness about the 5 rhino species that are left in the wild and to protect them. For the first time, this day was observed in 2010. In India, if we talk about these rhinos, they are primarily found in Assam, West Bengal, UP. Then on 10th of August, we observe World Lion Day. On 29th, International Tiger Day. On June 17, it is World Crocodile Day. Next is, which company laid the foundation stone for India's first CO2 to methanol pilot plant in Pune, Maharashtra? It is Thermex Limited. This is the name of the company that has laid the foundation stone for India's first carbon dioxide to methanol. That means carbon dioxide will be converted into methanol in this plant that is in Pune, Maharashtra. Correct? Moving on. Which company has recently introduced the industry's first biometric authentication solution for card payment, that is FlashPay? So FlashPay was introduced by PayU. It was introduced during the 5th edition of the Global FinTech Festival that was held at Geo World Convention Center in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Next, which state has recently topped the 6th edition of the State Food Safety Index developed by FASAI? So which is that state that secured the top position? It is Kerala that has secured the top position in the 6th edition of the State Food Safety Index developed by FASAI. Correct? Mark it, important. And here Kerala has achieved over 100% of their inspections target for FY25. Moving on. Name the movie that was recently entered into the 97th Academy Awards, that is your Oscars 2025, for the Best International Feature Film category. It is which? Tell me. Name that movie. What is the name of that movie? The movie is named as Lapata Ladies. Right? This Lapata Lady is the India's official entry to Oscars 2025, that is the 97th Academy Award that will be held on 2nd of March 2025 in Los Angeles, California. Moving on. Name the space capsule which landed in Kazakhstan with Roscosmos cosmonauts Nikolai Chubb and Oleg Konakov and NASA's astronaut Tracy Dyson from the International Space Station in September 2024. So what is the name of that space capsule that landed in Kazakhstan with 2 cosmonauts of Roscosmos, that is Russia's space agency, and one astronaut from the NASA space agency? The name of it is Soyuz MS-25. They landed from International Space Station. Then one more thing, remember Rumi 1. Remember, this is or we can say it was India that has successfully used the first reusable hybrid rocket, and the name of that rocket is Rumi 1. Very important, right? Then apart from this, Daiichi 4, remember it is Japan that launched this Earth observation satellite by the name Daiichi 4, not 1, Daiichi 4. Next, To which company Defense Institute of Physiology and Allied Sciences, that is DIPAS, has recently handed over the critical high altitude sustenance technologies? It is Power Grid Corporation of India. Correct? Take a note of this direct question. Moving on, who launched the book titled खाकी में स्थित प्रयागा एक आईपीएस अधिकारी की स्मृतियां एवं अनुभव, authored by Anil Rothori, former Director General Police of Uttarakhand. So, who launched the book? It was launched by Pushkar Singh Dhami. Pushkar Singh Dhami, he is the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, right? And this book basically aims to guide the young officers on facing the challenges during their police service. Next, when was International Day of Sign Languages observed across the globe to support and protect the linguistic identity? It is 23rd of September. We observe International Day of Sign Languages, that is observed across the globe to support and protect the linguistic identity. Also remember, the first ever, or before moving on, what are these sign languages? Sign languages are basically the gestures that are made so that the deaf people, those who cannot hear, they can understand what we are trying to communicate. You must have seen on multiple channels, also on news channels also, especially in USA, when there is a information being provided to the general public, the person is also on the side. You will be seeing a person providing information using the sign languages. So it is for the deaf persons, correct? And it is a blue ribbon that symbolizes this International Day of Sign Languages. Next, which of the following schemes comes under Beti Bachao Beti Padhao campaign? It is Sukanya Smriddhi Yojana, right? This is the name of the scheme that comes under Beti Bachao Beti Padhao campaign. Around 4.5 lakh accounts of Sukanya Smriddhi Yojana has been opened in the post office of North Gujarat region. Next, name the exercise that was recently organized by the National Disaster Management Authority and Southern Command of the Indian Army in Chennai. It is IKEA, right? So NDMA, in collaboration with the Southern Command of the Indian Army, they organized a 2-day national symposium by the name Exercise IKEA. That is a disaster management exercise. It was held in Chennai. Next, which ministry has recently launched the second edition of the Tobacco Free Youth Campaign 2.0 in New Delhi? It is Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, right? They have launched the second edition of the Tobacco Free Youth Campaign 2.0 in New Delhi. This was held at Lady Hardinge Medical College in New Delhi during the event which was launched. This campaign will be running, that is your Tobacco Free Youth Campaign, for 60 days, and as the name suggests, to make sure that the universities, the colleges, the educational institutions are free from tobacco and people should not participate in consuming tobacco. Also, the participants of this event will take a pledge, that is say no to tobacco. Next, which country has recently assumed the chairmanship of the Asian Organization of Supreme Audit Institutions for 24 to 27 term? So which country has assumed the chairmanship here? It is our India that has assumed the chairmanship here of this Asian Organization of Supreme Audit Institutions for 2024 to 2027 term, and Girish Chandra Murmu has been serving as the 14th Comptroller and Auditor General of India since August 2020. Apart from this, the 16th assembly of this ASO SCI was hosted by the Chief Comptroller General of India, that was held in New Delhi. Next is which state has recently started 530 crore rupees water supply project funded by Asian Development Bank to improve the drinking water infrastructure? It is Tripura, right? Manik Shah, he is the Chief Minister of Tripura, and he laid the foundation for the Asian Development Bank funded 350 crore rupees project, that is for the supply of clean drinking water. This project will be helping more than 12 cities of Tripura, and you will be seeing here various communities of Tripura will also be taught about the water harvesting techniques, irrigation techniques, so that they can benefit and they can be skilled in these water harvesting techniques. Next, which public sector bank has recently partnered with easemytrip.com to launch India's first co-branded travel debit card? That is your Bank of Baroda, right? So Bank of Baroda partnered with easemytrip.com to launch India's first co-branded travel debit card. This is basically for the frequent travelers and those spending on entertainment and lifestyle. Name the Indian who has recently been honored with the prestigious award by South Korea government for strengthening relation between Korea and India. So she's a very famous TV star, Anushka Sen. She has been recently honored with this award. She received the award from Hyun Woo Kim, the Chief Executive Officer of Seoul Business Agency, during a ceremony that was held in South Korea. Next, who has been recently appointed as the 16th Prime Minister of Sri Lanka by Sri Lankan President Anura Kumara Dissanayake. So, Harini Amrasurya. Harini Amrasurya has been appointed as the 16th Prime Minister of Sri Lanka. Next, which country recently won the gold medal in the both open and women's section of the 45th International Chess Federation Chess Olympiad held in Hungary, Budapest? So, which country won the gold medal here? It is our country, India, that has won the gold medal in the both open and women's category. Correct? And it is the first time that any country from the Asia has won the both women and open title in this championship. And where was this held? It was held in Budapest, Hungary. Next, where was the 7th edition of the annual men's tennis tournament Lever Cup held? So this Lever Cup, it is related to which sport? It is related to tennis. Where was this held? It was held in Berlin, Germany. Correct? And this 2024, it was the 7th edition of this Lever Cup. Here in this Lever Cup, remember there are two teams, that is Team Europe and Team World. Correct? And in this, remember, Lever Cup, which team won? It is Team Europe that has won the 2024 edition. This is the 5th time they have won it. Next, name the naval exercise that was hosted by the Portuguese Navy in collaboration with NATO in Peninsula, Portugal. It is REPMUS. Right? This is the name of the exercise. The full form of this REPMUS is Robotic Experimentation and Prototyping Using Maritime Unmanned System. This is a naval exercise hosted by the Portuguese Navy in collaboration with NATO and various international partners. Next, who has recently received the Guinness World Record certificate as the most prolific film star in the Indian film industry? So Chiranjeevi Konindela. Right, he has received the Guinness World Record certificate as the most prolific film star in the Indian film industry. He has created the record for his dance performance with more than 537 songs and more than 24,000 dance moves in 156 films over the past 45 years. Next, which state or UT has the highest unemployment rate among the youths aged between 15 to 29 years of age as per the data released by Periodic Labour Force Survey from July 23 to June 24 of the National Sample Survey Office? It is Lakshadweep. Right? Lakshadweep is that union territory that has topped among the unemployed, or that has topped among the unemployment rate among the youths aged between 15 to 29 years of age. Lakshadweep is followed by Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Next, which organization has recently launched ULIP Hackathon 2.0? ULIP is your Unified Logistic Interface Platform Hackathon. We have seen what is a hackathon. Hackathon basically is an event where is a problem statement is given and various teams works on that problem statement and gives the use cases solutions on it. So this hackathon was based on logistics, that how can we improve our logistic. Correct? This ULIP was basically to foster innovation and develop digital solutions to tackle challenges in the logistics industry. So question asked to you is that which organization launched this ULIP Hackathon 2.0? It was launched by NICDC Logistic Data Service Limited. Next, which organization or ministry has recently established the Rail Rakshak Dal in Northwestern Railway Zone to respond to railway accidents and conduct various rescue operations? It is Indian Railways. Our Indian Railways has recently established this Rail Rakshak Dal. Next, according to the recent SBI's ERD report, ERD is your Economic Research Department report. It is released by SBI, right? According to this, the average annual exponential growth has dropped to dash in 2024. See, the average exponential growth in population has reduced to 1%. That means on an average now yearly we are growing at 1%. If we take a data of 1971, we were growing by 2.2% annually, but now in 2024 we can say we are growing at 1% annually. Right, the expected population of our India is between 138 to 142 crore, and it was in 2024. Also, it is expected that India's population will peak in 2062. Next, which ministry has recently launched the official website for Ashtalakshmi Mahotsav in New Delhi? See, this Ashtalakshmi Mahotsav, it is observed in northeastern state. Right, the states include Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim and Tripura. In these states we are observing this Ashtalakshmi, that means 8. Right, that why Ashtalakshmi, Aath Lakshmi. Correct, and it was observed in New Delhi. Which ministry has launched an official website for this festival? It is Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region. I repeat, it is Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region has launched the website for the same. Next, which organization has recently raised India's GDP growth forecast to 6.7% for FY25? So, which is that organization? It is OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. They have raised India's GDP forecast to 6.7% for FY25. Also, OECD, they reported that the inflation in India has also, according to them, the inflation has forecast has also increased by 20 basis point. Now they are projecting it at to be 4.5% for FY25. Also, they are suggesting that the global growth will be around 3.2% in the same time period. Next, if we talk about ADO, Asian Development Outlook update of September, released by Asian Development Bank, India's growth forecast for FY26 has been projected at how much percent? So according to the Asian Development Bank, they are projecting India to grow by 7.2%. Next, name the first scheduled airline to launch the UP that was recently received the NOC from the Ministry of Civil Aviation. So what is the name of that first scheduled airline to be launched from the UP airport that recently received the NOC from the Ministry of Civil Aviation? So what is the name of that airline? It is Shankya. Take a note of this, very important. And they have received the NOC from Ministry of Civil Aviation for the next 3 years. Next, which country has recently won the 4th edition of Intercontinental Cup 2024 football title by defeating India 3-0 at the Ganti Mohan Chandra Balayogi Athletic Stadium, that is in Hyderabad, Telangana? So it is Syria. Syria is the name of the country that has won this 4th International Continental Cup of football. Remember, this Intercontinental Cup, it is played between India, Syria and Mauritius. Important. And this was the 4th edition of it. Next, which brand is the official sponsor of the International Federation of Association FIFA's Women's World Cup 2024 in Brazil? So which brand is the official sponsor? It is Lay's. Lay's, you know, very famous chip brand, snacks brand, right? They are the official sponsor of the FIFA's Women's World Cup 2027 that will be held in Brazil. Correct? And I correct one more thing. Take a note of this, right? If we are talking about FIFA World Cup 2026 and FIFA Women's World Cup 2027, for both of them, Lay's is your brand or sponsor, title sponsor here. Correct? Next, where was India's largest blast furnace recently commissioned by Tata Steel? It is Kalyanganar in Odisha. India's first largest blast furnace commissioned by Tata Steel. Next, which department has recently established a committee of experts to create a framework for repairability index in the mobile and electronics sector? It is Department of Consumer Affairs. Correct? Take a note of this. This repairability index is basically, remember, this is to empower the consumers and promote sustainable practices within the tech industry. And if you know that this is basically that how they can repair their products. Correct? Even it was in news that iPhones in the coming years will be such that the users can repair their iPhones manually. They will be provided skills, they will be trained in such a way, you will be able to see the online videos also, that you can easily repair your iPhone by, and you will have those toolkits also. All the necessary tools will be at your fingerstep, at your hand, that will help you to repair your mobile phone. Next, who has recently unveiled the commemorative coin to celebrate platinum jubilee of Central Silk Board? So Giriraj Singh, right? Union Minister Giriraj Singh, he has unveiled a commemorative coin of the denomination 75 rupees, right? This was launched during the platinum jubilee. Platinum jubilee is the 75 years of celebration, and it is for the Central Silk Board. The event for this was held in Mysore, Karnataka. Next, what is the name of the supercomputer that was recently launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi? So the name of that supercomputer is PM Pram Rudra, and 3 such supercomputers were launched. One will be placed in Pune, one in New Delhi, and another in Kolkata, West Bengal. Also remember, a project worth 850 crore rupees has been also established that will help us to indicate the meteorological capabilities, all in simple terms, to predict the climate. This Ministry of Earth Science will be spending 850 crore rupees for this supercomputer. Next, which ministry has recently launched Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam mobile application that will allow the users to plant a tree in honor of their mothers at the National Media Center in New Delhi? So which ministry launched this Ek Ped Ke Naam mobile application? It was launched by Ministry of Communications. Next, who has recently became the first women fighter pilot to join Indian Air Force 18 Flying Bullets Squadron? So Mohana Singh, right? Mohana Singh, she's a squadron leader and became the first women fighter pilot to join Indian Air Force 18 Flying Bullet Squadron, which operates India's indigenously developed light combat aircraft Tejas fighter craft. Next, which country has recently joined International Big Cat Alliance? That is IBCA. So it is our India, correct, has joined IBCA. In this IBCA, you will be seeing 7 big cats that includes tiger, lion, leopard, snow leopard, puma, jaguar, and cheetah. And recently, India, Nicaragua, Eswatini, and Somalia. These are the countries that became the member of IBCA. Next, which insurance company has recently launched a comprehensive health insurance plan, that is Health Super Top-Up Policy? It is SBI General Insurance Company Limited. They have launched this SBIG Health Super Top-Up Plan, which is a health insurance add-on plan designed to enhance the existing basic health insurance coverage in an economical and affordable way. This will range from 5 lakh rupees to 4 crore rupees, and in the case of emergency, you will be able to top up your health insurance in an affordable way. Next, which company has recently launched CRISIL IBX AAA NBFC Index June 2027 fund, that is an open-ended target maturity index fund. Focus on this word, maturity. So when will be the maturity? It will be in the month of June 2027. So this will be an maturity index fund. What is the name of the company that has launched this? It is Axis Asset Management Company Limited that has launched this target maturity index fund, and it became the first NBFC to launch this. This is a AAA rated fund. That means it will be quite secure, and 95 to 100% of the amount here will be in the fixed income instruments. Next, who was recently elected as the new Prime Minister of Japan? So Shigeru Ishiba. Shigeru Ishiba was recently elected as the new Prime Minister of Japan. He will be succeeding whom? Fumio Kishida. Next, which country has recently won the gold medal in the first Asia Pacific Paddle Cup held in Bali, Indonesia? So it was in Indonesia where this first edition of the Paddle Cup was held. Paddle, basically remember, it is similar to that of a tennis only, but it is played in the closed court, and it was the first ever paddle competition that was held in Asia Pacific region, and it is Indonesia that has won the gold medal here in this event. Next, which city will host the 2026 Commonwealth Games now? So now it will be Glasgow, Scotland that will be hosting this 2026 Commonwealth Games. Earlier it was Australia, but they have backed out from this, that now they won't be hosting it. So we can say now Glasgow, Scotland will be hosting the 2026 Commonwealth Games, and it will be for the second time in the last 12 years that they will be hosting these events. Next, Next is, which company has recently launched India's first AI-powered network solution for spam detection? It is Airtel. Airtel is that company that launched the India's first AI-powered network solution for spam detection that will significantly solve the issue of spam calls and messages for their customers. Next and the last question for the day, students, is which authority has recently approved the merger of IDFC Financial Holdings Company Limited with IDFC Limited, which will subsequently merge into IDFC First Bank? It is NCLT, that is National Company Law Tribunal. The company is in the process of applying for availing certified true copy of NCLT order and the completion of the registry statutory correct in order to make the scheme effective. So that's all for the day, students. Now let's move to some revision part that will be very beneficial in your learning. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Director General of Narcotics Control Bureau? तो कौन अपॉइंट किए गए हैं? अनुराग गर्ग. अनुराग गर्ग ये किनको सक्सीड करेंगे? अनीश दयाल सिंह को सक्सीड करेंगे. ये 1993 बैच के IPS ऑफिसर हैं ऑफ हिमाचल प्रदेश कैडर एंड ये नए डायरेक्टर जनरल बने हैं नारकोटिक्स कंट्रोल ब्यूरो के. नेक्स्ट, किस स्टेट या यूनियन टेरिटरी ने सेलिब्रेट किया जास्कर फेस्टिवल? तो लद्दाख के द्वारा जास्कर फेस्टिवल सेलिब्रेट किया गया. नेक्स्ट, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग पॉइंट्स करेक्ट हैं विद रिस्पेक्ट टू प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी की विजिट थी अभी कहाँ पर? झारखंड, गुजरात एंड उड़ीसा में. तो यहाँ पर ऑप्शन देखें तो ऑप्शन बी एंड ऑप्शन सी सही रहेगा. सबसे पहले तो याद रखेंगे ये सुभद्रा स्कीम लॉन्च की गई है उड़ीसा में. वीमेन सेंट्रिक स्कीम है, लार्जेस्ट सिंगल वीमेन सेंट्रिक स्कीम रहेगी. 1 करोड़ से भी ज़्यादा वीमेंस को यहाँ बेनिफिट प्रोवाइड कराने का ये काम करेगी. फिर इसी के अलावा याद रखेंगे ऑप्शन ए कह रहा है जो कि गलत है. पीएम मोदी ने फ्लैग ऑफ की 7 स्टेट ऑफ द आर्थ वंदे भारत एक्सप्रेस ट्रेन झारखंड में. तो नहीं, 7 नहीं 6 फ्लैग ऑफ की गई थी वंदे भारत ट्रेन. अब ऑप्शन तीनों आपके ठीक रहेंगे. नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं, किस मिनिस्ट्री ने रिसेंटली अनाउंस किया दैट एम्प्लॉयज प्रोविडेंट फंड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के सब्सक्राइबर्स जो कि पहले 50,000 रुपये विड्रॉ कर सकते थे अब वो 1 लाख रुपए तक विड्रॉ कर सकेंगे. तो ये है मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ लेबर एंड एम्प्लॉयमेंट के द्वारा. इवन पहले 6 महीने तक कोई भी विड्रॉल नहीं कर सकते थे वो अब, एंड उसको अब बढ़ा के नो लिमिट कर दिया गया कि मतलब 6 महीने की कोई यहाँ पे लिमिट नहीं रहेगी. नेक्स्ट, इंटरनेशनल सेंटर फॉर आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस रिसर्च एंड एथिक्स इनको क्लासीफाई किया गया है एज कैटेगरी 2 सेंटर अंडर व्हाट? अंडर यूनेस्को के अंडर इनको कैटेगरी 2 सेंटर यहाँ पे क्लासीफाई किया गया है. यूनेस्को ही इनको गाइड करेगी कि कैसे AI के ऊपर सिक्योरिटी हमें एथिक्स के ऊपर काम करना है. एंड ये घोषणा करी गई ड्यूरिंग द 3rd ग्लोबल AI समिट जो कि रियाद सऊदी अरेबिया में हुई. नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं, किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन या बैंक ने अप्रूव किया $50 मिलियन का लोन फॉर क्लाइमेट अडेप्टिव कम्युनिटी बेस्ड वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग प्रोजेक्ट को, ताकि जो वाटर रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट है उसको बेटर किया जा सके मेघालय में. तो किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने $50 मिलियन का लोन अप्रूव करा है यहाँ पे? तो कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रहेगी? वो है एशियन डेवलपमेंट बैंक. यहीं पर हम देखेंगे 532 वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग प्रोजेक्ट स्टोरेज फैसिलिटी सेटअप की जाएंगी 12 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में. एंड माइक्रो इरीगेशन सिस्टम्स के बारे में बताया जाएगा फॉर द ट्राइब्स गारो, खासी एंड जैंतिया ट्राइब्स को यहाँ पे वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग के ऊपर, माइक्रो इरिगेशन के ऊपर बताया जाएगा, इन्फॉर्मेशन प्रोवाइड की जाएगी. किस इंस्टीट्यूशन ने अभी रिसेंटली नोटिफाई किया गया, किस इंस्टीट्यूशन को नोटिफाई किया गया एज पब्लिक फाइनेंस इंस्टीट्यूशन? तो PFI पब्लिक फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन किसको घोषित किया गया है अभी? बाय द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट अफेयर्स अंडर द सेक्शन 2 ऑफ द कंपनीज एक्ट ऑफ 2013. तो वो है NABFID, नेशनल बैंक फॉर फाइनेंसिंग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एंड डेवलपमेंट. इससे क्या होगा, जो ये PFI बन गया, PFI बनने के बाद अब ये लार्ज इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट्स को फाइनेंस कर पाएगा. राइट, जो बड़े बड़े इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं उनमें फाइनेंसिंग इससे अप्रूव हो जाएगी. करेक्ट. अगर NABFID की बात करें, इसको इस्टेब्लिश किया गया था 2021 में. नेक्स्ट, किस सिटी ने रिसेंटली होस्ट किया इंडिया डिफेंस एविएशन एक्सपो 2024? तो किस सिटी के द्वारा होस्ट किया गया? ये जोधपुर के द्वारा. हमारे डिफेंस मिनिस्टर राजनाथ सिंह के द्वारा इसको इनॉग्रेट किया गया था. एंड इन्होंने एक और एक्सरसाइज को यहाँ पे इनॉग्रेट किया जिसका नाम है तरंग शक्ति. तरंग शक्ति एक्सरसाइज का नाम रहेगा. राइट, तो तरंग शक्ति एंड डिफेंस एक्सपो ये दोनों इनॉग्रेट किए गए राजनाथ सिंह के द्वारा. अगर तरंग शक्ति की बात करूं, इसका फेज़ 2 है अभी एक्सरसाइज का. फिर उमरोई मेघालय की अगर हम बात करें तो उमरोई मेघालय में अभी एक एक्सरसाइज हुई थी नोमैडिक एलिफेंट. ये एक्सरसाइज हुई थी इंडियन आर्मी एंड मंगोलियन आर्मी के बीच में. एंड नोमैडिक एलिफेंट का ये 16वां एडिशन था इस एक्सरसाइज का जो अभी हमें देखने को मिला. नेक्स्ट, हु हैज़ रिसेंटली इनॉग्रेटेड सेमिकॉन इंडिया। तो सेमिकॉन इंडिया किनके द्वारा इनॉग्रेट किया गया? एट इंडिया एक्सपो मार्ट, ग्रेटर नोएडा, यूपी में। किसके द्वारा इनॉग्रेट किया गया? तो ये नरेंद्र मोदी जी, हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर के द्वारा इनॉग्रेट किया गया। इनका ये थर्ड कॉन्जिक्यूटिव टर्म है एज द प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ इंडिया। जो सेमिकॉन है ये एक थीम पे बेस्ड था। थीम है शेपिंग द सेमीकंडक्टर, शेपिंग द सेमीकंडक्टर फ्यूचर, राइट, शेपिंग द सेमीकंडक्टर फ्यूचर। ये आपकी थीम है जिसपे सेमिकॉन हुआ था अभी रिसेंटली। कहाँ पर हुआ? ग्रेटर नोएडा में हुआ, यूपी में, इंडिया एक्सपो मार्ट में। और एक चीज़ और याद रखेंगे, ग्रेटर नोएडा, नोएडा, राइट, ये बहुत एमर्ज कर रहे हैं इन द प्रॉपर्टी मार्केट। रियल एस्टेट सेक्टर में भी इनका काफ़ी ज़्यादा हमें ग्रोथ देखने को मिल रहा है। इससे क्या होगा? एक सेमिकॉन इंडिया से हम सेमीकंडक्टर पे फोकस करेंगे। सेमीकंडक्टर चिप्स को इंपोर्ट ना कराकर हम उनको मैन्युफैक्चर करेंगे इन हाउस में। इससे 6 मिलियन से भी ज़्यादा जॉब्स यहाँ पे क्रिएट की जाएंगी। नेक्स्ट, किस मिनिस्ट्री ने रिसेंटली रिलैक्स किया नॉर्म्स फॉर एक्सपेंडिचर्स एक्सीडिंग 500 करोड़ रुपीज टू बूस्ट द कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर दैट इज एस्टिमेटेड एट 11.11 लाख करोड़ फॉर FY25। तो किस मिनिस्ट्री ने रिलैक्स किए नॉर्म्स फॉर कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर्स? तो वो है मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस के द्वारा ये नॉर्म्स रिलैक्स किए गए। नेक्स्ट, इन सितंबर RBI ने क्लैरिफाई किया कि जो ओवरसीज सिटीजन्स हैं ऑफ इंडियन कार्ड होल्डर्स, OCI कार्ड होल्डर्स हैं जो, राइट, वो एजुकेशन लोन ले सकते हैं इंडियन बैंक से, करेक्ट। बस कंडीशन क्या है कि ये OCI कार्ड होल्डर्स को ना इंडिया में ही रिजाइड करना चाहिए, वो इंडिया में ही स्टेबल होने चाहिए। एंड यहाँ पे जो इंडियन बैंक्स ये फैसिलिटी प्रोवाइड कराएंगे वो है SBI, HDFC एंड ICICI, करेक्ट। तो एजुकेशन लोन्स यहाँ पे प्रोवाइड कराने की बात की गई। नेक्स्ट, किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने पार्टनर किया इंडियन नेवी के साथ टू कंडक्ट द सेकेंड कॉन्जिक्यूटिव फ्लाइट टेस्ट ऑफ वर्टिकल लॉन्च शॉर्ट रेंज सरफेस टू एयर मिसाइल? तो किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने? DRDO ने इंडियन नेवी के साथ यहाँ पे पार्टनर किया है ताकि ये वर्टिकल लॉन्च शॉर्ट रेंज सरफेस टू एयर मिसाइल का सेकेंड टेस्ट यहाँ पे कैरी आउट कराया जा सके। नेक्स्ट, नेम द स्टेट ऑफ द आर्ट कलवारी सबमरीन एस्केप ट्रेनिंग फैसिलिटी जिसको कमीशन किया गया इंडियन नेवी के द्वारा एट INS सातवाना एट विशाखापट्टनम, आंध्र प्रदेश। उसका नाम है विनित्रा। इससे क्या होगा कि जो डाइवर्स होते हैं सबमरीन के थ्रू जो डाइव करते हैं, राइट, जो पानी में आपका समय बिताते हैं लोग बेसिकली, करेक्ट, जो नेवी पर्सनल्स हो गए, उनको ट्रेन करने के लिए ये विनित्रा को यहाँ पे लॉन्च किया गया है। नेक्स्ट, व्हेन वाज द नेशनल इंजीनियर्स डे ऑब्जर्व्ड अक्रॉस इंडिया टू कमेमोरेट बर्थ एनिवर्सरी ऑफ भारत रत्न सर मोक्षागुंडम विश्ववर्धनयान, राइट। तो सर मोक्षागुंडम, इनकी बर्थ एनिवर्सरी पे ऑब्जर्व करते हैं नेशनल इंजीनियर्स डे कि इनका जो कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा है इंजीनियरिंग की फील्ड में उसको सम्मानित करने के लिए। इनको भारत रत्न से भी सम्मानित किया जा चुका है। इनको भारत रत्न से 1955 में सम्मानित किया गया था एंड पहली बार हमने नेशनल इंजीनियर्स डे ऑब्जर्व किया था 1968 में, राइट। 15 सितंबर को हम ये ऑब्जर्व करते हैं हर साल। यहीं पे एक और याद रखेंगे, 2 जुलाई को हम ऑब्जर्व करते हैं वर्ल्ड स्पोर्ट्स जर्नलिस्ट डे। नेक्स्ट, UN इंटरनेशनल डे फॉर द प्रिजर्वेशन ऑफ ओजोन लेयर, ये ऑब्जर्व किया जाता है अक्रॉस द ग्लोब। किस दिन? टू स्प्रेड अवेयरनेस अबाउट द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ ओजोन लेयर। देखो ओजोन जो होती है ना, O3 होता है, 3 मॉलिक्यूल्स होते हैं इसमें ऑक्सीजन के। O2 आपका ऐसे लिखा जाता है ऑक्सीजन, राइट। तो ओजोन लेयर ये होता है, ये हमें UV रेस से प्रोटेक्शन प्रोवाइड कराता है, सन से जो आ रही होती हैं अल्ट्रावायलेट रेडिएशन। एंड अगर ये ना हो तो ग्लोबल वार्मिंग बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाएगी, स्किन डिजीज़ बढ़ जाएगी, बहुत दिक्कतें हो जाएंगी। इवन जो हमारे क्लोरोफ्लोरोकार्बन्स होती हैं, करेक्ट, जो ग्रीन हाउस गैसेज होती हैं, इसका बहुत ज़्यादा इफेक्ट देखने को मिलता है हमारी ओजोन पे। एंड क्लाइमेट चेंज के भी रिगार्डिंग ये काफ़ी लिंक्ड रहती है। तो पूछा जा रहा है कि इंटरनेशनल डे फॉर द प्रिजर्वेशन ऑफ ओजोन लेयर कब ऑब्जर्व किया जाता है? 16 सितंबर को ऑब्जर्व किया जाता है। नेक्स्ट, नेम द पोर्टल दैट वाज लॉन्च्ड बाय द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कॉमर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री टू बूस्ट इंडिया स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम। तो भास्कर उस नाम का पोर्टल है जो लॉन्च किया गया था। ये वन स्टॉप पोर्टल रहेगा, सारी चीज़ स्टार्टअप्स को जो भी आपके फाइनेंस है या फिर कोई लिंक बनाने है या फिर कोई वर्कशॉप करानी है या वर्कशॉप में पार्टिसिपेट करना है, तो प्रॉपर एक इकोसिस्टम बन जाता है। तो ये वन स्टॉप डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म है भास्कर पोर्टल। भास्कर का मतलब भारत स्टार्टअप नॉलेज एक्सेस रजिस्ट्री। एंड पीयूष गोयल जी जो कि हमारे यूनियन मिनिस्टर ऑफ कॉमर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री है, उनके द्वारा इसको लॉन्च किया गया था। नेक्स्ट, सितंबर में जीएसटी काउंसिल हुई एंड इन्होंने जो जीएसटी रेट थे कैंसर ड्रग्स पर उनको रिड्यूस कर दिया है 12% से 5% तक। तो जीएसटी जो है अब कैंसर ड्रग्स पे 5% रह गई है। वहीं पे अगर मैं मेटल स्क्रैप्स की बात करूं, मेटल स्क्रैप्स पे भी जो जीएसटी पहले 18% थी अब वो घटकर 12% रह गई है। अगर मैं बात करूं कार सीट्स की, तो कार सीट्स पर जो जीएसटी 18% था वो बढ़ गया है 28% हो गया है। यहीं पे अगर मैं बात करूं सेवरी स्नैक्स, इन पे भी जीएसटी घट गई है, जो पहले 18% थी उसको घटा के अब 12% कर दिया गया है। नेक्स्ट, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग पॉइंट्स आर करेक्ट विद रिस्पेक्ट टू 20th मीटिंग ऑफ मैरीटाइम स्टेट डेवलपमेंट काउंसिल, जो कि गोवा में हुई 12 से 13 सितंबर तक। यहाँ पर हम देखें ऑप्शन बी एंड सी सही रहेंगे, ए गलत है। ए कह रहा है कि जो मीटिंग थी इसने विटनेस किया की लेइंग सेरेमनी ऑफ इंडियाज लार्जेस्ट ड्रेजर ऑफ 10,000 क्यूबिक मीटर। नहीं, ये था आपका 12,000 क्यूबिक मीटर का ट्रेलर सक्शन हॉपर ड्रेजर एट GRSE बिल्ट इन कोलैबोरेशन विद IHC हॉलैंड। अब आपके तीनों ऑप्शन ठीक है। नेक्स्ट है, व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ द अंडमान एंड निकोबार आइलैंड्स कैपिटल, पोर्ट ब्लेयर, जिसका नया नाम क्या है, चेंज कर दिया गया है, तो श्री विजयपुरम। राइट, अंडमान निकोबार आइलैंड का हमारे देश की आज़ादी में बहुत कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा है। राइट, तो इसका नाम क्यों हम दूसरों के नाम पे रखें, क्यों ना हम अपने देश के नाम पे ही या फिर अपने देश के वीरों को सम्मान करने के लिए नाम रखा जाए, इसलिए श्री विजयपुरम नया नाम रहेगा। यहीं पे याद रखेंगे पहले भी कुछ आपके आइलैंड्स के रीनेम हुए हैं, जैसे रॉस आइलैंड का नाम चेंज करके हो गया था आपका नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस द्वीप, द्वीप मतलब आइलैंड। फिर इसके अलावा अगर मैं बात करूं नील आइलैंड, इसका नाम चेंज करके हो गया था शहीद द्वीप। और आपका था हैवेलॉक आइलैंड का नाम चेंज करके हो गया था स्वराज द्वीप। राइट, ये पहले नेमिंग हुई थी और अभी जो हुई है वो पोर्ट ब्लेयर की हुई है। नेक्स्ट, किस कंट्री ने होस्ट किया ब्रिक्स लिटरेचर फोरम 2024 को, तो रशिया के द्वारा होस्ट किया गया ब्रिक्स लिटरेचर फोरम। नेक्स्ट, किस कंट्री ने होस्ट किया G20 एग्रीकल्चर मिनिस्टर्स मीट फ्रॉम 12 to 14 ऑफ सितंबर, किस कंट्री के द्वारा, ब्राज़ील के द्वारा होस्ट की गई। नेक्स्ट, किस रेलवे स्टेशन को अभी सम्मानित किया गया है NSG 1 स्टेटस से बाय द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ रेलवेज, नॉन सबअर्बन ग्रुप स्टेशन। ये सर्टिफिकेट NSG 1 दिया जाता है उन रेलवे स्टेशंस को जिनकी जो सालाना इनकम है, रेवेन्यू है 500 करोड़ से ज़्यादा हो, पहली क्राइटेरिया, या वहाँ पर 20 लाख से ज़्यादा ट्रैवलर्स आते हो सालाना। तो इनमें से जो भी एक कैटेगरी भी पूरी होती है तो उसको सम्मानित किया जाता है। तो ये है विजयवाड़ा जंक्शन रेलवे स्टेशन। विजयवाड़ा ये कहाँ पर है, ये आंध्र प्रदेश में। नेक्स्ट, हु हैज़ बीन रिसेंटली अपॉइंटेड एज द न्यू प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ जॉर्डन, जॉर्डन के नए प्राइम मिनिस्टर कौन अपॉइंट किए गए हैं, जाफर हसान। नेक्स्ट, नेम द स्कीम जिसको रिसेंटली लॉन्च किया गया मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस के द्वारा, विच इज अ सेविंग कम पेंशन स्कीम फॉर माइनर्स। तो ये है NPS वत्सल्य स्कीम। 1,000 रुपये लगेंगे इसको खोलने के लिए एंड उसके बाद 1,000 रुपये पर महीने का प्रीमियम रहेगा। 18 साल तक के बच्चों तक का ये प्रीमियम चलेगा एंड उसके बाद जितना भी अमाउंट होगा उसमें से कुछ अमाउंट का वो अपनी पेंशन के तौर पे बना सकते हैं। करेक्ट। नेक्स्ट, किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने रिसेंटली रिसीव किया एक अप्रूवल टू टेक ओवर माही बनसवरा प्रोजेक्ट इन राजस्थान एंड टू कंस्ट्रक्ट न्यूक्लियर पावर प्लांट्स इन इंडिया। तो कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, वो है अणुशक्ति विद्युत निगम लिमिटेड। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं, किस कंट्री ने रिसेंटली या कौन सा कंट्री रिसेंटली बिकेम द 6th लार्जेस्ट मार्केट इन द मॉर्गन स्टैनली कैपिटल इंटरनेशनल ऑल कंट्री वर्ल्ड इन्वेस्टेबल मार्केट इंडेक्स में, तो वो हमारा इंडिया रहेगा। सरपास कर दिया हमारे इंडिया ने चाइना को। नेक्स्ट, किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने रिसेंटली साइन किया 2 MOUs ऑन डिफेंस इंडस्ट्री कॉपरेशन विद एमिरेट्स डिफेंस कंपनीज काउंसिल एंड एज ग्रुप ऑफ UAE। तो किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने, वो है हमारा सोसाइटी ऑफ इंडियन डिफेंस मैन्युफैक्चरिंग। ठीक है, ऑप्शन 3। नेक्स्ट, किस स्मॉल फाइनेंस बैंक ने रिसेंटली लॉन्च किया लिक्विड प्लस, ये एक फिक्स डिपॉजिट है विद एन इंटरेस्ट रेट ऑफ 7.5%। 10 लाख रुपए से लेके डिपॉजिट यहाँ पे शुरू हो जाएगा, 3 करोड़ तक का आप डिपॉजिट कर सकते हैं यहाँ पर। तो किस स्मॉल फाइनेंस बैंक ने लॉन्च किया ये लिक्विड प्लस, जो कि एक फिक्स डिपॉजिट रहेगा, तो यह है जना स्मॉल फाइनेंस बैंक के द्वारा। नेक्स्ट, किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने रिसेंटली रिसीव किया 2024 का यूनाइटेड नेशन इंटर एजेंसी टास्क फोर्स अवार्ड को फॉर देयर सिग्निफिकेंट मल्टी सेक्टरल एक्शन, ताकि प्रिवेंशन एंड कंट्रोल किया जा सके ऑफ NCDs एंड मेंटल हेल्थ। तो वो कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है? वो है ICMR, इंडियन काउंसिल ऑफ मेडिकल रिसर्च। इन्होंने असिस्टिव हेल्थ टेक्नोलॉजी के ऊपर काम किया, इन्होंने सस्टेनेबल असिस्टिव प्रोडक्ट्स बनाए, इन्होंने इवन वर्ल्ड का लार्जेस्ट असिस्टिव टेक्नोलॉजी सर्वे कैरी आउट कराया, जिससे एक प्रॉपर डाटाबेस बन सका कि फ्यूचर में अगर हमें असिस्टिव डिवाइसेस पे कोई भी रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट चाहिए, उसका डाटा चाहिए, तो उसको हम यूज़ कर सकेंगे। Who chaired the second formal meeting of the COP9 and third formal meeting of the Funds Approval Committee under the UNESCO International Convention Against Doping in Sports? देखो, डोपिंग होता है इलीगल सब्सटेंस का कंजप्शन एथलीट्स के द्वारा, जो कि बैन है वाडा एंड नाडा के द्वारा, करेक्ट। तो एक फेयर प्ले हो स्पोर्ट्स में, एथलीट्स अच्छे से खेलें, स्पोर्ट्समैनशिप दिखाएं, इलीगल सब्सटेंस को कंज्यूम ना करें, इसको यहाँ पे प्रमोट किया गया। पूछा जा रहा है किन के द्वारा चेयर की गई ये मीटिंग फ्रॉम इंडिया? तो ये चेयर की गई डॉक्टर मनसुख मांडविया जी के द्वारा, जो कि हमारे यूनियन मिनिस्टर ऑफ यूथ अफेयर्स एंड स्पोर्ट्स रहेंगे। नेक्स्ट, एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स मिनिस्टर डॉक्टर एस जयशंकर, इन्होंने रिलीज किया कॉमेमोरेटिव स्टैम्प फॉर सेलिब्रेटिंग 75 ईयर्स ऑफ डिप्लोमेटिक रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन इंडिया एंड रोमेनिया। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं, किस इंडियन एयरपोर्ट की रैंक रही 24वीं इन द OAG की 2024 मेगा हब्स एयरपोर्ट लिस्ट में? OAG क्या है? OAG आ जाता है ऑफिशियल एयरलाइन गाइड, राइट। इनकी मेगा हब्स एयरपोर्ट की एक लिस्ट रिलीज की गई, जिसमें इंदिरा गांधी इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट की रैंक आ जाती है, जो कि न्यू दिल्ली में है 24। वहीं पे अगर मैं छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट की बात करूं, जो कि मुंबई में है, इनकी रैंक आ जाती है 44। फर्स्ट पोजीशन पे कौन सा एयरपोर्ट आता है यहाँ पे? वो है लंदन का हेथ्रो एयरपोर्ट। नेक्स्ट, इंडिया ने अचीव किया Tier 1 स्टेटस इन द 5th एडिशन ऑफ ग्लोबल साइबर सिक्योरिटी इंडेक्स। किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने रिलीज किया GCI 2024 सितंबर 2024 में? तो किसके द्वारा रिलीज किया गया था ये रिलीज किया गया था इंटरनेशनल टेलीकम्युनिकेशन यूनियन के द्वारा। नेक्स्ट, किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने रिसेंटली इंट्रोड्यूस किया नया फ्रेमवर्क टू स्ट्रीमलाइन बोनस शेयर ट्रेडिंग? पहले 2 वीक लगते थे बोनस शेयर्स को क्रेडिट होने के लिए, अब उसको T+2 डेज के अंदर करने की बात की जा रही है। एंड ये किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के द्वारा इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया है नया फ्रेमवर्क? ये इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया है सेबी के द्वारा, सिक्योरिटीज एंड एक्सचेंज बोर्ड ऑफ इंडिया के द्वारा, एंड ये लागू हो जाएगा फ्रॉम ऑल बॉन्ड्स फ्रॉम 1 अक्टूबर 2024। नेक्स्ट, who has been recently elected as the president of the 68th General Conference of International Atomic Energy Agency? इसका IAEA का हेडक्वार्टर वियना में है, ऑस्ट्रिया वियना में, एंड वहीं पे ये 68th जनरल कॉन्फ्रेंस हुई थी, जिसके प्रेसिडेंट कौन रहेंगे? वो हैं सेंग वोक हाम। नेक्स्ट, विच कंट्री हैज़ वन द एशियन चैंपियनशिप ट्रॉफी 2024 की, जो कि 8 से 17 सितंबर के बीच में हुई, कहाँ पर? चाइना में हुई। तो हमारी इंडिया की हॉकी टीम्स ने ये एशियन चैंपियनशिप ट्रॉफी जीत ली है, एंड 5वीं बार हमने ये ट्रॉफी जीती है। ये 8वां एडिशन था एशियन चैंपियनशिप ट्रॉफी का, जो कि चाइना में खेली जा रही है, एंड इंडिया ने चाइना को ही फाइनल में हराया टू विन दिस टाइटल। नेक्स्ट, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग पॉइंट्स आर करेक्ट विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द अप्रूवल ऑफ द यूनियन कैबिनेट चेयर्ड बाय प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी? अगर यहीं पे देखें ऑप्शन A, B, C, तो कौन से ठीक रहेंगे? तो याद रखेंगे यहाँ पे अगर हम देख रहे हैं तो ऑप्शन आपके A एंड B बिल्कुल सही है, C गलत है। ये कह रहा है कि चंद्रयान 3 मिशन अभी एम कर रहा है कि हम चंद्रयान 3 मिशन को भेजेंगे, एंड ये गैदर करेगा एंड इवेल्युएट करेगा टेक्नोलॉजीज को कि वापस पे अर्थ पे भी आया जाए, करेक्ट, सक्सेसफुल लूनर लैंडिंग के साथ, एंड वहाँ से कलेक्ट करके सैंपल्स हम वापस अर्थ पे लाएं ताकि उनको एनालाइज कर सकें। सब कुछ सही है, बस ये चंद्रयान 3 नहीं होगा, ये चंद्रयान 4 मिशन होगा। अब आपका ऑप्शन ठीक है। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं, विद विच कंट्री इंडिया ने साइन किया एक एक्सटेंडेड मेमोरेंडम ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑन मैरीटाइम इशू? तो मैरीटाइम इशू के ऊपर मैरीटाइम सिक्योरिटी को फोकस में लाने के लिए इंडिया ने डेनमार्क के साथ ही एक एक्सटेंडेड MOU साइन किया। पहले इस MOU को 2019 में साइन किया गया, फिर 2022 में इसका रिवीजन हुआ, और अब 2024 में फिर इसके ऊपर बात की जा रही है ताकि सिक्योरिटी के ऊपर बढ़ावा दिया जा सके। तो इंडिया और डेनमार्क के बीच में रहेगा ये। इवन यहीं पे याद रखेंगे बांग्लादेश, ये भी मार्क करेंगे, बांग्लादेश अभी 5th फुल टाइम मेंबर बन गया है कोलंबो सिक्योरिटी कॉन्क्लेव का।